Last week on Ladies First.
And
That's true.
Little Black Book, take us home. And friends, I think because I'm on Edge, I'm not on Chrome because Chrome is doing a bunch of shit. So if I miss your super chats, I'll get him. Don't worry about it. Go ahead, brother. You got this.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you, Faddy.
How you
Shout
doing,
out
sir?
to Ali as well. Good to see you, man. Shout out Boogie and Dame. Hello, ladies, as well. Yeah, no, I was gonna. I wanted to scoot it back slightly because B gave a story. Sorry, your truth. And it was quite interesting to hear because something that I remember I did a panel a couple of years ago, and we had a conversation between men and women about accountability, and we asked the women why can't they be accountable, and then they said no, they can be. They just need to tell us a story first. So that's what made me understand about women. That not all women, of course, I'm not gonna leave it all. So I want to make it very clear. But a lot of times, what happens with women is like what B just said, right? Instead of just being accountable straight away and saying, "Listen, I played my part, I cheated, I did this, and that's actually the reason why the relationship ended." She said, "No, let me tell you the story first. So you can sympathize with me and get my emotions, and then I will tell you I cheated, so that it justifies why I cheated. There is no justification for you cheating. You cheated. You're a cheater, like any other man who cheats on what things are." You know what I mean? Like we because what happens is that when we get men who do what you did, as soon as they say they cheated, women will be like, yes, he cheated, he's a cheater. There is no story after that. There is no story before that. There is no reasoning for that, right? If he comes out and says that his wife was stopping him from having sex, you'll be like, oh my god, why didn't he understand his wife? Why didn't he get inside of her emotions? Why didn't he make her seem as if, you know what I'm saying, that he understood where it come from? That's the only thing I would say. That's where I see a difference sometimes, is that if that man does what you did, be no offense, if that man did what he did, we wouldn't give him there would no be conversation about, oh, so what actually happened to you? Why did you end up cheating? It'll be like, bro, you cheated, end off. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't mean that men are better or women are better. It just means that the way that women and men tell stories is very interesting in the way they deal with it. So that's what I observed in when you were saying it. So for me personally, and just because I've coached a lot of women to end as well, that tends to happen a lot. Like, before we get to the point of actually the root cause of an issue of the relationship and the reason why it's some type of way, is that they give me a whole synopsis of he did this, and by the end I'm like, okay, so what did you do then? Because if he's doing all of this, how are you responding? Oh no, and I'm like, wait, no. If we only talk about what he did and we don't talk about how you're contributing towards the situation, then we have a problem. But that's never here or there. My point was in existence is that when you said what you said, I actually did understand why you got to there, but that was you telling us so you can justify why you did what you did. In the end, you weren't actually necessarily accountable. You gave us a story first so we can all feel sorry for you. And then that's actually part of the manipulation. I'm not saying you're a manipulator per se, but that's part of the manipulation that women actually grow up with. They grow up in a way that they don't stink. So they have to portray the good girl always in a story, even when they do wrong. Not saying that has to be your personal experience, but that's the way I believe that women oftentimes are growing up, which is why red pill, I don't agree with everything they say, but that part, I definitely do. A lot of times,
you are red pill just like us. You know
why
I know he's red pill?
You red pill all day.
Right? You probably, a Little Black Book. I never understood this, right?
He said it telling the truth, but he not red pill.
This happened with not David Beckham, and he happened with another woman. I think it was something Stewart, right? You guys probably can complete the story. Victoria Beckham was seated doing an interview with the reporter, and she was like, "Oh, we come from humble beginnings, from a working." And David Beckham comes along and he says, "Tell them the truth. Tell them the truth. Tell them the truth." And by the time he says 7 times, okay, my dad. What car was your dad? Like, what car was what was your dad's car when he dropped you to school? And she was like, and then she said, okay, it was a Rolls Royce, right? So she was telling the whole story, and he had to ask her, I don't know how many times, like, what was you are saying that we both come from humble beginnings when you are literally the posh spice.
I'm about to say she was posh spice.
Right? She's the posh spice, right? So, like, it's a story. And the other one, I think it was Martha Stewart. I think she was seated down with the reporter, and it was like, "Oh, and this is why that man cheated on me." And then,
remember that? Yeah.
Then
he was like, "Oh, that wasn't that."
The guy was like, "Wait, didn't you cheat on him too?" Oh, but this was just a fling with the Sweden dude. It was just.
I didn't hear this.
I saw that. Hey, I just want to say something real quick to
let me just spin it just for you. is like, I think women are addicted to being the hero on their story, right? Like they are addicted to be the hero. They can't tell their life, their relationships, their friendships, their accomplishments without them be the hero on their story. So when people like Little Black Book that actually coach women start to kind of walk them back from the conclusion that you might not be the hero, I think they glitch. It's like an identity crisis. Wait. You're telling me I'm not the hero? I'm not the good guy on my story? And most women need to actually be walked through all the events that happen so they can understand, oh shit, I actually did some shit wrong. It was actually me on that part over there. And that bothers me tremendously because that shows that you did no self-reflection together. If you need alone, if you need somebody to literally tell you, this is what you did wrong, and this is why this situation led to this situation, it looks like you don't self-reflect at all. So
it's how we are conditioned too, Fatty. Like,
you can go after Damien. I'm sorry, my bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Damien.
No, and I was saying just to the point that you're making, it was like there's a reason why men can be in society can be more accountable and held more accountable than women. It's because when shit like, let's just use cheating as just like because that's just kind of an easy one. Let's just say that because women will say you a piece of shit because you cheated, and men will say you're a piece of shit because you cheated. That's what I'm saying. So you're held accountable by both sexes. If women mess up, there's a sisterhood there that women were like, no, well, girl, what did he do? Why did you step out and stuff like that? There's this coddling and sisterhood that goes. But men will also do their shit because they see it as a way to gain access to pussy. So that's what they'll do. Be like, oh yeah, man, you cheated on him, man. What was he not doing to make
well, women know that.
Good? So let me go ahead and let me show you that I'm that dude. So dudes will use that as a way to have sex with the woman. So if women aren't holding them accountable, their sisterhood ain't, and men aren't holding them accountable because they're trying to sleep with them, how can you expect them to be held accountable if neither one? Men need to hold women accountable. If women cheat, men need to blame and shame them just the same way that men are. So that's what I'm saying. So we need to take responsibility, what's called, and women need to take responsibility for the lack of accountability of women. But like I said, both people need to take advantage. You can't be like, oh, why are these women not accountable? Because y'all ain't asking them to be accountable. Nobody is.
Right.
So wait, just to add something.
I think that's true, Damien.
Just to add something. I think when okay, so the schematics of relationships, right? There are certain areas where both parties can benefit, there's both disadvantages, right? But like for instance, the conversation, if a man comes and says, my wife ain't giving me sex, the immediate conclusion everyone gonna go to is, hey, she's entitled to do what she wants to do. The first conversation is not that, is she being manipulative by doing that? Right? In fact, if I was to even suggest that she's being manipulative by withholding sex, you'd be looking at me like, oh, I'm probably might be an abuser myself, right? Why are you telling a woman that she's withholding sex? That's manipulation. There are certain areas in relationships where there are nuances of gray, but there are some areas where both parties, one party gets more advantage. And so that's why I was saying about what B said. It wasn't that she's a bad person or anything like that, but just observing women sometimes, not all, a lot of them, in certain scenarios when it comes to the storytelling. It's just that it always flows into an area where it's like they have to give you all the bad of a person does. So they weigh it on a scale so that when they tell they're bad, it's like, I wasn't that bad. I cheated, but it wasn't that bad. Look, he did all of these things and that's why I did what I did. And it's like, no, just be honest. You're a cheater. I'm a cheater. I've cheated before too.
I'm not.
I've done things in the past.
Y'all cloned?
No,
I'm not
maybe
a
you
cheater.
cheated.
And also,
You cheated.
I couldn't tell you any good that he did. I couldn't
No, but
because
that's the
I
point.
was taking the role of his and mine at the same
But
time.
you
Because
chose him.
biblically,
Hold on.
you're not.
Everybody,
Excuse me, I'm not done speaking. Don't cut me off. That's rude.
This is how
At the point,
This is how Boogie said. He had
biblically,
nothing good, and you chose him still.
Exactly. That's my point.
biblically, I did not withhold sex from him, right? Because
I'm
it
not
says
saying-
you should not do that in a relationship. So I stuck to that. But at the point that I am doing both the man's role and my role, the fuck he fucked up.
That's your
I
story.
will
That's
say,
about
no,
his
wait,
story.
Hold on, before y'all go too quick. Hold on.
This is exactly what I deal with in coaching.
Little black, but hold on.
Go
AB,
on.
there's one thing about men. Men will cheat to stay with you. A lot of times, if men do cheat, they cheat to stay with you for something they're not getting the house, right? But do women, when they typically cheat, is that going to fix the house? What's going to fix the house about a woman stepping
No,
out?
to be honest, he didn't.
Let me just finish and you got it. What about you cheating is about to fix what's happening in the house.
It wasn't. In fact, he didn't find out that I was cheating on
So
him.
that's
I
not
told
why
him
you
in
cheated.
hopes that he was gonna leave me, and he didn't.
Oh,
Because you know why? Because I was a good wife. I was a good wife, holding down the household like a man, and also still serving him like a woman. Like, please.
That's
No,
beautiful.
that's
Wait.
You know what?
But this is exactly what I'm talking about.
I feel like I should be
This is
able
what I'm
to
talking
talk the most other than Fatty and Ali because it's women's panel.
It's ladies
Sorry,
first.
fellas. It is. There's only two ladies. So I will
Hey,
say,
hey Kelly, hold on. Hey Kelly, hold on real quick. If I'm a great man and I eventually hit a woman, do I lose my good man card?
Yes.
If you say you're a good woman and good wife and you cheating on your man, do you lose your good woman card?
Sure, then he should have left me, but he didn't. You know why? Because I am a good woman.
If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus?
He didn't leave me because I was a good woman.
It got nothing to do
Period.
with him.
Point blank.
It got nothing to do
Like,
with him.
period.
He
He
didn't
wanted to
leave
stay
you
with
because
me.
he had no
He wanted to
options.
stay with me, right? Because
had
he
no
knew he fucked
options.
up.
That's why he
When
didn't
I
leave.
divorced him, then he calls me. I apologize. I wasn't
Because he
there
has
for
no
you. I
options.
wasn't doing what
Men
I
should
should have
always have
been
options.
doing as a man.
Hey,
Because
B.
period, whatever you're saying, like
Real men have
I
options.
was a good wife to him.
You know
Okay,
she capping.
Hey, 1 second. Hey, Kelly, what do you think
yes.
about this? You said you wanted to talk. What do you think about this?
Yeah, what you think about what
This is what I was going to say. Dame said something earlier that was key. If a man is doing what he's supposed to do and that woman is not doing what she's supposed to do, she's not holding up her end of the bargain, then that changes things. I will say, B, you was wrong for cheating on your husband. You was wrong for that. You broke. You're not supposed to do that. That's wrong. You stepped outside your marriage. But I will say, your husband, from what you telling me or telling the panel, he was not fulfilling his obligations as a husband. He was not being a provider. He was not doing certain things. And what I think happened led you to have less respect for him, basically not like the guy no more. And it gave you basically the go ahead, say F this, I can do what I want to do because everything is on me. And
I should have divorced him before I cheated on him. That's true. I should have divorced him.
I need her to end with the last part.
I need to continue. I actually want to continue this conversation because I think most of us have time. Okay, 1 second. No, Ali, you can pick it up. I just need to read the super chat and bring somebody up. Give me just 1 second because I actually have to read. Okay,
Buckle up, everyone. It's time for some super chats.
Upload your to the studio too, Ali, please. Dion Muffet became a YouTube member. Today we have no goals, so thank you very much. The lovely Tisha became a member on Kelly Show. Thank you very much, Tisha. I appreciate you. Formidable AJ supporting Ilkan Ali. 20 ball. He says salute to the panel. I appreciate you. Smith 91. I appreciate you with the 5 untouchable membership for the Untouchable Empire, baby.
I believe that there's multiple so-called black leaders who believe that they are untouchable.
The Untouchable Empire, baby.
And finally, one solo saying, unless Rico stands for R. Kelly. No, what? Jesus Christ. Unless Rico stands for really, then why did he say R. Kelly? Really into cuckold, obviously, then Diddy innocent. He let them smash. Man, they chose and gave them a lifestyle. Thank you very much, Juan Solo. We have all the super chat. If you want to participate on the show, you can do it. And today is somebody's birthday. You will never guess who it is.
And I will tear your ass up on the dance floor.
Pause. No. You got it, OG.
Like, when I was coming up, I had Chris Brown status and dance, bro. Y'all don't know who y'all fucking with. I did the morning dog 7 years before Michael Jackson did it.
you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, OJ Speed. Happy birthday to you.
Y'all know damn well I'm too old to be embarrassed.
Shout out to OG Speed. This is his birthday. All the donations go to OG Speed. Tio just sent $40 to OG Speed. Thank you very much, Tio.
Happy birthday!
And all the cash apps we get today go to OG Speed. So either you send it directly to us and we send it to him, or you send directly to the source. The link is on the bottom and pinned on top. Okay? So I appreciate you, OG. Thank you very much for always being kind to us. And I expect you to be here at least for more 50 years.
No, 60. I'm promised 60. I'm 125. I'm 66 now, so I'm
Okay,
promised another
let's
60.
go with 44. They give us 44. We're good with 44.
Yeah, 44 is good. Yeah. Depends if you peel the bananas or not.
Oh my God. Shout out to OG Speed. He's in the building. I appreciate you. I will definitely lower the microphone. And shout out to the lovely Athena. She is in the building. Because this is the ladies' first show. So let's have fun and let's buckle up.
And
Okay,
I had one more thing to say. To what and then Little Black Book had. It was to what Dame said, and then Little Black Book had interjected. So what I was going to say to you, Dame, it's women are taught this. It's our culture is to not really hold accountable or whatever. Like I used to say it on my show. I'm not holding women accountable. Women, everybody's grown. Then what I started noticing was that people were grouping us all together. They putting the good women grouping us with the hoes. So I said, well, I got to speak up. I got to say something with that. And I will say, when you address a woman, I had a friend, she was withholding her son from her ex-husband. Okay, after she got divorced, it was a whole. She was withholding him because she didn't like what the ex-husband did. I don't even remember what it was. And I said something to her. I was like, well, I get what you're saying, but he only has one father. So, maybe try to work it out. Like he only has one dad, one dad. She said, I need to mind my business. I don't have any kids and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. So when you, as a woman, when you try to do that, because my thing is, I don't really care about the mother or the father. What about the kid? Like what's going on? Like you can't withholding a parent from the child. I mean, withholding the child from a parent, the kid ends up losing. I don't care about y'all. So me speaking up, because I typically do mind my business. She told me to mind my business. So I will say, like with men, I don't think men really do that too much with other men, where women, they gonna do that. If you try to say something or speak up when you see something's wrong or seeing something that your homie is doing that's wrong, you will get shut down. I'm grown now, so my thing is, cut me off. I got plenty of other friends. I got a husband, so I'll be all right. But I understand not everybody's like me. Not all females are like me.
I got to still come back to my point.
Yeah, we have to come back to B, because B said very Rico.
I'm
Go ahead, Officer Ali.
All the brothers on the bottom. If I'm a good brother and I put my hands on a woman, am I a good man?
Hell no.
How long does it take for me to get my good man card back?
How long? Probably never.
Did you saw Will Smith on Independence Day? That's what you need to do.
So I'm gonna ask the sisters again. If a woman cheat on her man, is she a good woman anymore?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
How long?
I'm just kidding.
Yes.
I know you are.
This is a damn problem.
How long does it take for her to get her good woman card back?
Go ahead, B. If you still like this,
not B yet, not B yet. No,
like,
B, not you yet. No, this is accountability.
Not you yet.
Not you
Please
yet.
listen.
I'm
Listen to me.
Kelly.
Listen to me.
I'm asking.
At no
You
point.
know I love you, right? You know I love you, right?
What? Nobody else is saying anything, so let me speak.
It's not for you. It wouldn't.
Let me. It is because it's about me. This is my.
Getting it. It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
So B, he wants to know the opinion of the fellow, so he can.
My brother's holding brothers accountable.
So he can have a one-on-one with you afterwards. That's what he's saying.
So Kelly and
Wait for him the
Athena,
chance to
how
put
long
him
does a
out.
good,
I'll
how
let-
long is it where a good woman who cheats, now she's not a good woman? How long does it take for her to become a good woman again?
I guess it depends when the man decides to forgive her.
Dang. So, but the brother said right here, it's probably permanent if a man put his hand on a woman for him to be not a good brother anymore.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree. I
So
don't
how?
agree.
Okay, so
Tell
how
that
long
to
do-
Chris Brown.
No, that's okay.
Tell that to Chris
Oh,
Brown.
I
good
never
point,
stop
good
bumping
point,
Chris Brown
good
music.
point.
I never stop bumping Chris
Hey,
Brown.
OG, they forgive him real fast though. But Kelly and Athena, then how long does it take a man who put his hand on his woman to become a good man again?
I guess how long does it take for a man to become a good man after putting his hand? I guess when the woman forgives and he don't do it anymore.
So if my woman forgives me for putting my hands on her, now I'm instantly back a good man again.
No.
To
now,
her,
hold on,
in her eyes.
now watch
in her
this. This
eyes.
is what I mean. How our sisters do this collectively. You just said she was stupid for staying with a man that put her hands on him, and you should immediately leave. So,
in my opinion, yeah.
No, Kelly, you just said already. She forgive him, he's a good man again. And that's how women really do. Listen, hold on. That's how women really do think. Chris Brown is literally picking women up off the ground, kissing women, having women sell out his concerts, and women still can't stand him supposedly, but he's still getting all these ladies, even though he was caught in DV.
Yeah, forgiving and staying.
I never had a problem with Chris Brown.
Forgiving and staying. Forgiving is not.
No, Dane. What I'm saying is, my brother, in one hand, we'll say the women are stupid, and that man loses his good man card. But then, conveniently, women will make a man a good man again if she forgives him. She won't, and she'll make sure her friends can't talk about him either, or the men. Y'all see it happen? How many times have y'all stepped in where a man is doing something to a woman, and then when you step in, you become the bad person for trying to save her? It's convenience when we're good men and we're not good men to them.
I'm saying when it comes to DV, when it comes to domestic violence, if a guy is repeatedly putting his hands on a woman, I'm not going to have no sympathy. Just like any person that's continuously getting cheated on them, I'm not going to have any sympathy. Male, woman, whatever the case may be. Now, I do think some things are nuanced. I do think like the whole situation with Chris Brown, they were young. She put her hands on him. I have an older brother. I always said if a woman puts her hands on my brother, he got the right to pop her. Now, should he beat her down?
That's not what
No.
happened. That's not. She told him he couldn't dance.
They was in a car. I remember they were in a car.
They did what?
That's not what happened. Yeah, they was in a car. She took his phone. It was.
Stop it, Alex.
He said you ain't as good as OG speech.
No, ain't as good as me.
Now you can't dance, and then she
said you ain't nowhere as good as
he went off.
Yeah,
He doing 2 P. He said she told me he couldn't dance. He went off, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's crazy. I'm just saying. I'm not gonna blame anybody for staying. I'm not gonna blame anybody for staying. But if you are continuously getting beat, I'm not gonna have any sympathy. If you're continuously getting cheated on, I'm not gonna have any sympathy because it is what it is. But I think people make mistakes. I think humans are flawed. If a man cheats and a woman chooses to stay with her husband, same if a woman cheats and a man chooses to stay with his wife, I'm not gonna judge them. I'm not in that marriage. I just feel like it's up to the person who they had who was the receiver of the indiscretion to decide whether or not they want to deal with it or forgive them or the case may be.
That wasn't my point, but I'm gonna get a mic back. My point is women are always redeemable. You can always be a good woman, bad woman, back to good woman. Always immediately, you're always a good woman. It's hard for a man to gain back his reputation once he's deemed a bad man. It's very difficult to become a good man again to society once you become a bad man.
So Ali,
overall, I do agree with you. Overall,
but the thing is all a smoke screen, like you said. Chris Brown is getting this woman like this woman don't care. And I'll say this. I'll ask this to be right. I say this. I don't have these conversations. Actually, let me repeat what I said a couple of weeks ago. I think all of this is fake.
What's fake, Fatty?
I think all of these. We don't know what we need to do to make sure that women do their job. I think all of this is fake. This is what we are allowed to say on YouTube. You see what I'm saying? If I was to be honest, and this is why I'm going to ask this question to be, this is where the conversation starts. AB, this is what I think. Women don't care about winners, and they don't care about right or wrong. They care about winners and losers. They don't care if you are Genghis Khan, if you are Andrew Tate, if like no matter the perception, if you're Chris Brown, if you women don't care about right or wrong, they care about winners and losers. Would you say there's a correct assessment for most women?
No.
No?
No. No.
So explain that to me why you disagree.
Because let's say that like this, I didn't get with him because he was a winner.
I wasn't talking about you.
In period, I think a lot of women go for men that they, see something in. Whether that maybe it is because he's a winner, but maybe it's because he's a
Was he a
kind
winner?
person.
Oh,
Because
Jesus.
this person gets along with me really well. It depends on the person, right? Because let's say like this, women who have sugar daddies,
Okay.
right? I couldn't understand it. I couldn't because no matter how much you can give to me monetary wise, it's not going to make me be able to interact with you in a physical way. That's just me. But there are women who are able to do that. And so the winner versus loser, and otherwise is personal to a woman.
Ma'am, can I ask you? Y'all just admitted most women want men's money, right?
I didn't say that. Who said that?
They
Let's
speak in
let Kelly.
generalities.
Hold
They
on,
speak in
Kelly.
generalities.
Hey, B, do women lie?
Anybody could lie.
I didn't ask you if anybody can lie.
Anybody could lie.
I'm asking you, do women lie?
I don't know. I don't know.
So you spoke for women and men this whole show. Now all of a sudden you don't know if women lie.
Don't do
I
that.
don't
Don't
know
do that,
if
B.
women
No,
lie. I'll
B.
just say this.
Hey,
Outside of my
Hold on,
infidelity,
hey, B.
I didn't lie.
Hey, B, you just lied to me right there.
How, Sway?
By telling me you don't know if women lie. Did you just lie to me?
Because listen,
You
I'm
losing the
not
high
every
ground.
woman. I'm not Whitney Houston or whoever the fuck. I'm not every woman.
Oh, my
Okay,
goodness.
listen.
And you're not
I
being generous, B.
cannot speak for every woman. Can you speak for every man? That's wild to say that you can speak for every man. You cannot.
Right. Hey, Ali, do men lie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh,
B, do you lie?
That was
No.
She said
no.
Wait, Ali, watch. Ali,
No,
watch
I
this.
don't. And you
B,
want to
do
know
you
why I
lie?
say that? Because while I did cheat on my husband,
You didn't lie.
Is that
I
lying?
told him the truth.
No, 1 second. You were 1 second. Hey,
This is the kind of shit y'all gonna have to put up
you
with.
are telling me.
I told the truth. Then at the point, he didn't find me out, nigga. The fuck, I told him. I said, hey,
But is
you know what?
deception a lie?
OG, your microphone is crazy, OG.
No.
Jesus
That ain't.
Christ.
Hold on, she ain't running away that fast. Hey, B,
What I need to do to it, family?
No, hey, OG. And 1 second, OG. You are getting caught because I lower your microphone when you got here and you put your microphone back up.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know it
Your
was too high.
microphone is loud enough for you to be heard and
Okay.
not low enough for you to be.
I don't know what my sister.
Okay, I got you.
So I'm gonna ask you again.
What's
B,
up,
since
Ali?
you-
What's up?
Since you don't lie, because you such a truth teller. You ain't nothing like these other women. You so different.
Exactly. Thank you.
Somebody lies. Now, somebody, I don't know who, but I'm telling you, somebody's lying.
How much time y'all got? Men don't commit because there's not a lot of women worth committing to.
All praises, all praises.
Catch the full video only on YouTube.